This week's portion of Shemot has one of the most amazing stories. I'm sure you're all familiar with it. It's been filmed by Charlton Heston and parodied in many comedies, and that is of Moses encountering God at the burning bush. I know you all know the narrative. Moses takes his father-in-law Jethro's flock out to graze in the wilderness, and as he approaches Mount Horeb, he sees a bush that's burning but not burning up. So he gets closer to see this amazing phenomenon, and he hears the voice of God say, "Do not come any closer. Take your sandals off your feet, for the place on which you're standing is holy ground." This is the first time in the Torah we have the concept of sacred space. And as Rabbi Bradley Artson asks in his book, The Bedside Torah, is the ground holy because there's something unique about it? Or does its holiness derive from the specialness of the moment? In other words, what makes a place holy? Now you might think that a synagogue or a church is automatically holy space. But there are many things that happen in synagogues and churches that have nothing to do with prayer services. So when we have a movie in the sanctuary at Anshe Emet, is the sanctuary still holy space? Or if there's a rock concert at a church, is that space still holy? I believe that what makes a space holy is what happens in the particular space at a particular time. I've had the privilege of standing with a couple under the chuppah. And whether that chuppah has been raised in a synagogue or in a hotel ballroom or in someone's living room, the space under that chuppah is holy. When I pray at a Shiva minyan in someone's living room or in someone's family room, that space is transformed into a very sacred space simply because people have gathered to pray and to comfort the mourner. On a beautiful summer day when we have morning minyan outside in the sukkah area, that ordinary, everyday outside space becomes holy because we're holding a prayer service there. God is everywhere. God doesn't need a special place. But when we create moments and opportunities to bring God into our lives, we create holy space. That might be around the table in the Anshe Emet library when we have a Parsha class, or it may be at the lakefront on Tashlich, or it can be at a bedside of someone who's sick and we're saying a special prayer for healing. I would like all of you this week to think about all the times and ways you create sacred space in your life. On Friday night, when you make Kiddush or when you light the Shabbat candles, think about how that act or those acts transform your kitchen or your dining room or your living room into a very sacred place. We should all rejoice in the fact that we can find God and bring God into our lives everywhere and anywhere, and that we can create moments like the burning bush, even without Charlton Heston. Shabbat Shalom.